2, 1.
The following Pulpery podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Welcome to the Pulpery Sportscast with Brock and Ben. This podcast is where we discuss the sports headlines that intrigue us and those little stories that enrage us.
We're back.
Yeah, sorry. That was my fault we were on a delay.
Well, Halloween was in there, and end of work was in there, and lots of fucking shit was in there. Like, the Rangers won the World Series last week?
Yeah.
Halloween? Day before?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
God, I'm lost time.
Yeah.
It's dark outside. We talked about Bruce Bochy a couple of weeks ago, and he's so calm.
Yeah. No, it's
like he's calm.
It's that point of
like Joe Girardi.
Yeah, when he was doing his shit with the Giants, it's just going like, oh man, once he's done with that team, if any organization, can we snag that dude up? He's like, nah, I'm retiring.
Yeah, he went, I'm good.
And then the Rangers get him out of retirement. First year with the club.
Yep.
Wins them a World Series.
And granted, they went out and signed some people and made some trades, but you gotta do that. But
I mean, as you saw
first
in the
year.
World Series, like made all like those moves that even the announcers were like, "Wait, he's doing what?" But
yeah, exactly. Wait, what?
Same as with like the Giants, like. You think that...
And that was when it was like...
Pence is going to be your MVP for like 3 years?
Exactly. And that was back when we had the no DH rule.
Right.
Where he could really fuck with you. Really fuck with you.
But he should be. He should be in the conversation of best managers in history. I mean...
He's in the top 5?
Yeah, he's not going to be up there with like... McGraw's wins and stuff like that. But, I mean, he's got, what, 4 rings in 2 different leagues.
With 3 different teams.
Yeah, he's been to the World Series with 3 different teams. One with 2 different leagues. Teams in 2 different leagues.
It's fucking bonkers. Who's the only other one that did that?
Tony La Russa and Sparky Anderson.
Oh, how did I not know Sparky?
Yeah, I think Sparky's the one I think is... he won multiple with the Reds, and he got the one with... Did he get one with the... Yeah, one with the Tigers, 84.
Oh, yeah, and that was a lot... Yeah, he didn't last much longer after that.
No, he was there for...
He didn't make it to the 90s.
Barely, I think, but that's because...
he stuck... His toe went into the...
Yeah.
It was like the 89-90 season. Okay. You know what, Texas? Good on you. 65 years they've been in existence?
Yeah.
Man, that's a rough stretch.
Well, and that
the Yankees used to beat on them.
And not to rub it in, but like they were what? 2 outs or 1 out away in Game 6 of the 2011 World Series. Couldn't close the door on the Cardinals. And then in Game 7 they were like a strike away. Or I might have that backwards. It might have been a strike the previous night, and then it was an out the following night. But it was just like the gods were against them in there, and then like they exercised so many demons. I mean, obviously, but yeah.
Yankees used to beat up on them all the time.
But that like
all the time. We would love it when they made the playoffs.
Yeah,
like Minnesota.
But
sorry.
No, but what was it? The meme there? It's like Every Texas team has a championship except for what was the one the Texans. But there were expansion team, but it's like they're
the Oilers didn't either. They never won one.
Right, but they're gone.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Even Houston, San Antonio. Oh. I can't make fun of you because you beat the Saints this year.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes. We'll get to them, but they should be in a second. In a second. So
now we're in like the manager moving game. Like Craig Counsell is about to get paid. which is fascinating to me. But like,
I saw a list today in New York.
He's
media.
a good manager, but it's just like, I mean, some of the numbers I'm seeing that he's being offered is crazy.
Why?
Because I mean, he did well with like literally nothing in Milwaukee.
Nobody cares.
Well,
except if you live in Milwaukee,
which is Algonquin for the good land.
Correct.
But imagine you put him in an organization that has a good payroll and a GM willing to go out and get you the things that you need.
You need a good GM for that.
Right.
We don't have one of those.
No, and I don't think the Mets do either.
I mean, we do. It's the same. God damn it. The first 3 or 4 days of November, I always get pounded with the Mr. November and the Yankees that World Series.
Oh, yeah.
God, I hate it. I love watching the 2 blown saves.
Sure.
But I hate the way that ended. I didn't hate the way that the Saints game ended this weekend.
No.
Paulson Adebo? No, not Adebo.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. This was his debutante ball.
Yeah, he chose violence. He said, "Fuck all of you."
Yeah, and
violence.
Cam walked away with like 2.5, 3 sacks. Like
it was.
He was born again for that game. I mean, thank you, Chicago, for that game. By the way, but
I have issues. There's no reason that a rookie quarterback should go crazy in the first half.
Right.
Like, it should not take you an entire half to make adjustments. Well done doing them at halftime.
Yeah.
I was expecting Brian Kelly to trot the same thing out there like he did, and then used Jaden Daniels' concussion or whatever as an excuse. Although that was a cheap hit. We should have got the penalty and gone 15 yards, and it cost us the game. Fuck Element. God. Oh. All right, back to the Saints. So, Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
How long has he been a Saint? 7 years at this point?
Yeah.
7? I'm going to look that up.
Well, and the fact that he's given this sort of gimmick, Swiss Army Man, and...
Yeah, but he's...
I think any NFL team would kill to have at least one dude on there, not just his skill set, but the fact that he's just like, I will, put me in. I will do whatever I can to help the team.
Yeah, you need me to block as a tight end? Cool, yeah. I got that.
You need me to be a slot receiver and catch touchdowns? All right.
Cool, I can do that.
You want me to be the more agile fullback? Yeah.
And still run people over?
Yeah.
I gotcha. And do it all with that fucking Joker smile that he has. It's a little, 2017. God damn, we were spot on, weren't we?
Well, we probably heard it like 10 times during the broadcast because Tiki Barber was smoking the pole.
Yeah, and it was, know what? Well,
from our standpoint, understandable, but
we'll get to Matt Ryan in a minute. Why did they decide to put 2 color guys in the booth now?
I don't know.
It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, and
you got 2 dudes stepping on each other's dicks.
And that, Tiki Barber's broadcast voice is really similar to Matt Ryan, so...
Right, I was confused
at times.
At first.
I didn't know who was talking.
True story. I didn't realize Tiki was in the thing until they showed the names.
Right.
Who the announcers were.
Right.
Legit did know he was up there.
Yeah.
And no, I didn't watch a pregame or anything like that. I turned it on for a kickoff.
It's so CBS.
He took 5 years to do his, what do you call it? Mormon, it's like a walkabout, but their mission.
Yeah.
So he graduated in 2012, and we drafted him in 2017. Yeah.
5 years, that's a long time.
Hey man, the internet doesn't lie.
Well, that explains why he was available, and we've been able to keep him cheap for so long.
And he's mature.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they just literally, he could sit. The first 2 weeks of the season, he didn't do shit. And then somebody must have stabbed Pete Carmichael, like in his third rib here, where it doesn't really do much. Not deep. And told him to play Taysom Hill more.
Well, and the thing is I mean, you've been saying it forever, but it's now become the cliche term when you're talking about Taysom Hill, and that he's a cheat code.
You get 5 yards.
Right.
He's a cheat code.
And that it took this long, and in a game like this where you had or at least you had good possession because the defense was carrying you and just giving you the ball back whenever they could.
Was perfect Saints football. Like, Chicago didn't get into out of their half of the field until like halfway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Defense was finally doing something. The first couple, we seemed so unprepared on defense at the start of games.
Yeah.
Oh, it drives me fucking crazy. And we're so good. Like, now we've got a strong number 2 cornerback. So our cornerback should lock anybody the fuck down.
Right.
And we should not be getting beat by tight ends going across the middle of the field.
No.
But we do.
Well, and that...
And don't get me started on a scrambling quarterback. It's like they're instructed to just ignore him, and then when he's 15 yards down the field, then we can tackle him.
Yeah, they're not doing a whole lot of spy packages,
no.
Which is crazy when you have
Demario Davis and Pete Werner. Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense to
No.
me. I mean, at least, like, Werner now doesn't have, he's not all thumbs anymore. He got at least one fumble recovery, if not 2.
And Marcus May's back.
Yeah.
Dude, somebody needs to be covering that fucking crossing back, or like forgetting about the running back coming out of the back. They get burnt every single time.
And I don't want to be that podcast.
No.
But it just does seem like the recurring theme here is whether it's offense or defense, the schemes are just wrong.
Yeah, they still had Olave running slants. Although he called his touchdown on and out.
Yeah.
Which still doesn't make sense to me. Like, why not that's what Mike Thomas does. But
right, Olave has the speed. Thomas
put him on the outside.
Yeah.
Right. And
Thomas has the hands.
You're probably trying to throw him off and do some picks and cross him up and stuff, but lean into it, man. Juwan Johnson's back too, so like all this shit's helping.
Yeah, so but just to throw out that, like, this whole thing, you got to mix it up or whatever. The Rams at the turn of the century, everybody knew where Kurt Warner was going. 90% of the time.
Correct.
And they still were able to beat you. Like, that's what speed or good hands with Ricky Prohl would do.
And you had, what's his face? Falk?
Yeah. In the back. I mean, like,
again,
and that's the
cheat
thing.
codes.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to get burnt by this guy or this guy? You can't really cover them both. And if you do, these other 3 people will be open.
Well, and I'm not that we have that skill level at all those positions yet, but you have Kamara in the backfield. You have
Keandre, not Keandre.
No, who's the fast guy who does like the point?
Rashid.
Punt? Yeah, Shaheed.
But so he's like
small, but he's got speed. You got
they line him up in the slot.
Right, exactly. Him and Olave should be on the outside. You got Mike Thomas and
Juwan Johnson now.
Right, and it's like, and even though he's old and a little crazy, Jimmy Graham can do that. Block, shuffle, 3 steps forward. He
doesn't know how to. That's the thing. He can't block.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, fake block, and then you move 5 yards forward, turn around.
And catch. Taysom can do that, so I think that's probably why.
That's fine with me too. Like, just. We want to take this time to thank you for supporting the Pulpery Podcast. We are available on all podcast platforms, so please follow us and turn on the downloads. You can always delete them later. If audio is not your thing, we are on YouTube. Check out our page and hit the subscribe button, like our episodes, and share with all your friends. Follow us on all the socials for our latest content and additional takes on the latest stories and news. If you need a change for your taste buds, go to thegdsauce.com and change the way you think about the way you eat. From their signature goddamn sauce to their ghost pepper sauce, they have everything you need to rethink condiments. Help support an independent business by getting rid of your same old condiments and boss up with the goddamn sauces.
You know who scored this weekend?
Who scored this weekend?
Moretti, finally.
There you go.
He is, he put it this way, and he's a lifelong Juventini. He grew up, he went through the academy, and he scored his first senior goal.
Is that the proper name? Juventini? I like it.
Yeah, because it's a Juventina if it's a female.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
And Ragazzi is boy.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, and it was gorgeous football. Absolutely gorgeous football. Got the ball out of the back, one pass to the sideline, 2 dribbles, 3 passes, all 1 touches, and then Rabiot, because he is a fucking god right now. He's our captain, by the way. Dribbled, crossed the field, 1 pass, right back to Moretti, goal. It was fucking beautiful. And it had to be because the rest of the match was fucking horrendous. It hurt my brain to watch it.
Why am I blanking on the manager's name? What's his...
Allegri?
Yeah, thank you.
But we didn't give up a goal. And, we will give up possession for the beautiful football down the pitch.
Does he historically manage, nasty football?
No, his philosophy is, I'm going to win 1-0 every match. If they don't score on us, they cannot win.
Sure, yeah.
That is his philosophy.
So,
and his thing is, he's had all these attacking players, and he still wants to sit back.
So it's like by any means necessary the other way,
yeah, exactly.
to defend.
Correct.
Okay.
And play that low block, and it works. I mean, when we had Chiellini, Bonucci, and Barzagli, it worked. We're getting close to that with Rugani and Bremer and Gatti now. And
it's working. You're 4 out of your last 5.
And Danilo has been hurt too. So,
12 points in 3 weeks?
Yes, 2 off the top, and we haven't played Inter yet, which is coming up. The Derby d'Italia is after. Guess what? Another international break, motherfucker.
So
which means we'll
just enough time for people to get injured.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. We'll come back from the international break with the Derby d'Italia against Inter, and half the team will have blown out their knees. That's what'll happen. Fucking international break.
It seems like you've been through this before.
I fucking hate the international break. If you're gonna do that, just take a month off and do your shit, and then let's get back to fucking. Stop it. Do it over the Christmas break. It'll force the Premier League to stop the meat grinder. At any rate, Moretti scored. We are 2 points off first, although, like I said, I'm sure they'll find something to blame on us to take away points, to put us in 7th, right below Roma, is where they would put us.
Or just enough to where after you do play some amazing football, you're back to 6.
You get just close enough to 6, and then they fuck us again.
Or they might let you into the Europa again.
You mean the Europa Conference League? And then they had the audacity to say, you can't play in Europe. I think everybody went, thank Christ, what the fuck is the Europa Conference League? Jesus Christ. But they're doing well. There was a couple of weeks ago, there was another blurb about them getting investigated for something.
Of course.
But that's what they do. I laughed it off. I really did. It's fun. Dybala's still hurt, which sucks.
I just wonder, I wonder if the Agnelli family can get it sold, if that would be the thing that...
I don't know, because they were pushing for it before, and they just made him go away.
Yeah.
Which is fine. He could just do, the George Steinbrenner behind the scenes. He's got plenty of fucking
Sure, but
money.
is it a fundamental hate of the team, or is it the hate of the ownership?
It's probably a little bit of both.
Both, right? Yeah.
They're like the Yankees or Cardinals.
Yeah.
Perennial winner with. I mean, the fucked up thing is a lot of the really good teams have had 25% of the national team.
Yeah.
And they still fucking hate Juventus.
Well, some years more than 25%.
Yeah, when we won the Euros, it was like 50.
Yeah.
Or something. Speaking of the Euros, Donnarumma, so Champions League was back today. I mean, I don't fucking care.
That's what I forgot about this afternoon. Shit.
So PSG played Milan, right?
Yeah.
And they were back in Milan, and Donnarumma left Milan for PSG for money. These motherfucking ultras in the curve.
Oh man, what did they do?
They had fake money printed out with his face on it and threw it onto the pitch in his goal.
Oh my god!
I saw a picture. It was like a box, I think, like this, full of this money. God damn it! Sometimes somebody, well done. Well,
yeah.
Applaud that man.
Well, and and the printer. I hope the printer shop gave him a deal on it.
Oh, I'm sure they probably got it printed for free. You know what happened? The mafia used
this man.
The mafia used their real money-making machines to make the fake money. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. And then in the summer, when we're in the Euros, and he's playing goal, everybody's going, oh my God, I love this man. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we'll get on to Leeds. Oh, real quick. Wes McKennie, ballin'. Now he's a starter.
Yeah.
And Juventus Twitter seems to collectively like him, and even the media, which is...
Well, clearly non-English football suits him. I mean, same as...
Tactically.
Same as...
a thinking man's game.
Yeah.
Pulisic, and he's hurt.
Well, sure, yeah.
Whatever.
But
at least he happened before the international break.
That's what happens when you get playing time, consistent playing time for the first time in your international career.
Right.
So.
And he was balling too.
Yeah.
And Calvin Phillips, just real quick. God damn it, let it happen.
Yeah.
Please let it happen.
Oh, he'd be amazing in Italian league.
He could play that central defensive role next to Locatelli
and
double
still
pivot.
feed it in.
Okay, Leeds.
What I was gonna say, speaking of beautiful football, I mean they're so good. They have. I mean, again, you would think Farke's Austrian, the way that he talks, and except for when somebody challenges him, and then he goes like straight German.
Exactly. He's like, hold on, you have provoked me. Now I've got to go off. I can't. That one loss in the last 5 still drives me crazy.
Sure.
Man, Bamford had a chance. Whatever.
Well, I think
it shit happens.
Unfortunately for Bamford, like that's your one. Like you had one chance to keep you in,
and that's 3 kicks. Yeah. Now you're not touching the penalty spot ever again.
No.
You're not going near it ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
And he should be dominating in the championship. Like, I get...
And when he's playing, he's fine. But I said it a couple of weeks ago, and I've said it since the beginning, with the whole Ayling and Bamford and Cooper and those guys.
Yeah. Just
get a lead and then bring those guys in to finish it off.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounded dirty. Just bring those guys in to finish her off.
Well, I was going to say, it's like, don't worry. Your boy's back. Firpo's back.
Yeah, well, Gray is my new favorite player. I've been talking about him.
Ampadu's fantastic.
And Kamara. I made a point to keep an eye on Kamara.
Yeah.
Dude's everywhere.
Yeah.
Farke clearly gives those guys freedom. Here's what they say in the beautiful game. Freedom to express themselves on the pitch.
Sure.
But yeah.
Well, what's weird is how fluid he makes it, and he's not, and it's not the Bielsa like crash, get back, crash, get back.
It is.
It's so free, like you said, like
it's fluid. It is.
James and Somerville can cross,
and when you press the way that they press as a team, you're going to get pulled out of your position.
Yeah.
Naturally to press the ball. As long as someone's covering for you and sees that and can make up for it, you're fine. That's why you're allowed to have Sturrock go up the pitch if he gets the ball, because somebody's going to drop in his position.
Well, and he's made that back line his.
Yeah, like, exactly. We haven't had... What happened to... Scroll down and let me see. I don't even see him. Didn't we have a German back there? Is he hurt?
Are you talking about Christensen and them, or...
No, not Christensen. Although I thought I saw him playing on a Premier League team the other day.
I forget who he got loaned out to.
It doesn't matter. Sturrock's there.
Yes, he's there. There's your boy.
He better not get near the pitch.
That's how good they are. They got Pavetta on the bench.
Yeah.
And didn't even bring him in.
And
you got
Gerhardt. Somerville's up there.
Yeah.
Where's the other one? Oh, he's hurt still.
Yeah.
Rodrigo's still hurt.
Yeah. Or did we?
I mean, not Rodrigo.
Yeah, we sent him out to pasture.
Doesn't matter. Because Ruder...
I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about?
I know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Dan James is now a staple in the starting lineup.
Well, and that's another one. Like, get him consistent playing time, and now you get.
He's consistently playing for the Welsh team.
Yeah.
Which means he's going to go on international break, and his ankle will explode during warm-ups. That's what'll happen.
Well, that's what I like about Perot is that he's of that age where he might, he's still good. Even if he got called to an international, he'd be like, nah.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be serious. I don't know if Gray's too young.
Yeah.
And I to be complete Sturrock will get called up. Is Melier being called up yet?
I don't know.
Because Hugo will find out next week.
But the thing is that, he was... Unfortunately, Melier was paying the price for the mismanagement of the team during the transition.
Oh, when they were giving up 100 goals a game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now he's playing with a fire that...
He just seems way more confident.
Yeah.
Way more confident.
I think, and that's the thing is... I mean, what they brought him in their before the last promotion,
right
halfway through,
the January transfer window. So and they let the other guy still play, and then they finally were like, "Fuck it," and they brought him in.
Yeah,
and he never gave up the reins.
Right. And he
was like 19 at the time.
Yeah. So this is
keepers, goalies don't mature; they mature at a later age.
Sure, but this is also a setting in which he can blossom. And get that commanding confidence.
Which is what a keeper needs. Because technically they're the quarterback. They can see the entire field. They should be screaming at all of their defenders at all times, telling them where to be.
It also doesn't make sense in the past when you had like a 6-foot-tall Frenchman and he can't even get a palm on the ball.
Yeah, no, because they were giving up.
They were just leaving it wide open.
They were giving up, back post, wide open goals.
Yeah.
Tap-ins. Holland specials. Holland.
I saw there's this dude on TikTok. His comedic stick is like he's a professional greeter. I'm sure you've seen it on Twitter.
Yeah.
But he called Holland like a Nordic meat stick.
He runs like...
The following Pulpery podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments.
Pulper is a privately produced podcast by Brock Ryder and Ben Grimmie. On social media and photography by Beck Ryder. Original music by the Heisenberg Compensators.